to make sense of their experience from a non-medical perspective. And when I really found out that there was an immense connection between things that were going on in their life and how they were treated as children and how that the effect it had on their behavior. And I came across this landmark study called the ACE study. Has anybody here heard of the ACE study? Raise your hand. A few people here. And while I was going to social work school, I was never exposed to this, and it's really a fascinating study. Basically, what they did with these two doctors, Robert Anda and Vince Felitti, they surveyed 17,000 adults on the Kaiser Permanente insurance, and those who are from California are familiar with that insurance. It's like Blue Cross and Blue Shield here. And what they found is that there were these immense correlations between what they called adverse childhood experiences. And these experiences are being abused by one of their parents, having a family member that was incarcerated, having a family member with a mental health or substance abuse diagnosis, or witnessing domestic violence in their home. What they found is each one of these experiences they gave a number to, and that was called their ACE score. And the higher the number of the score, for example, one of the remarkable findings was that they had 4 or more of these experiences, were about 4,600 times more likely to become an IV drug user. And what they also found out was not just these kinds of health concerns. They also found out that people with these adverse childhood experiences were more likely to develop autoimmune conditions such as MS or even diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. And this particular high school in this film works with youth and teenagers that are sort of acting out in school. And they based their approach on some of this data and found out that rather than being punitive with these kids, it was much more helpful to treat them in a loving way. And you really see examples of that with this film. And the sort of the mantra organizing this field is to, sort of, rather than asking the question, what's wrong with you, ask what happened to you. And the name of the movie, called Paper Tigers, refers to this idea that people that have experienced trauma in their life are very reactive to threats in their environment. And they also, their primitive part of their brain is overly active, and they're always constantly scanning for threats, and then generally they're paper tigers. It's not a real tiger that's chasing. So, I'm really hoping this film inspires you to talk to other people about this and raise awareness around here in South Florida. And my bigger goal is to try to create what's called a trauma-informed community, which is something they address in this film. So let it roll.